Hi there, this is Nathan Poppy, and I'm sitting down here with Zac Maloy. You might remember him from such bands as the Nixons, but we're here to talk about a brand new festival that Zac is bringing to Oklahoma City called the Oklahoma Songwriters Festival. And Zac, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me. It's awesome.
So, okay, when you were, you're from Ada, I understand,
Yep.
So Oklahoma native, and I know you understand, you went to OU, right?
Yep.
So when you were hanging out in the dorm room, strumming a guitar, did you ever think that you would come back and be able to put on a festival like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's on so many levels. No, I can't believe that we're doing this, but it really feels right. I live in Nashville now, but Oklahoma, as I say, is always going to be home. And I mean, the history of musicians, we've talked about this before, from Woody Guthrie to Ryan Tedder and Phil, all the points in between. I mean, it's a crazy history that this state has. So when we, talked about doing a songwriters festival in Oklahoma City, it just made perfect sense.
Now, what's really exciting about the festival to me is just, it's different from a lot of the typical festivals that come through here. This isn't like a thing where 10,000 people jam into a parking lot. It's built upon a more intimate kind of style, and it's over 3 days at the end of April, the 28th through the 30th. And I understand, like, the first night is kind of like this kind of relaxed sort of concert at the Blue Door. And who do you guys have playing that?
Kirsten White, Bo Jennings, Michael Fracasso. We had to have the Blue Door involved with the Songwriters Festival.
If you it's that's the place for songwriters.
Yeah, so that'll be the Thursday night event. The big event, the finale, is Saturday night. The concept is I'm bringing in Nashville professional songwriters. I always think it's dumb to call myself a professional because I sometimes do what I do in flip-flops and sweatpants.
But these are not just like your everyday songwriters. Like one of the guys that you mentioned and that I've interviewed for the paper, Marcus Hummon, who's written things for the Dixie Chicks, for Rascal Flatts. Some of these guys that you're bringing in are some big-time talent. Can you tell me a little bit about who you're bringing?
So Marcus Hummon is one of the best writers alive. Before I wrote with him, a friend warned me that he knows a whole bunch of chords, so be careful. Marcus Hummon, Marty Fredrickson, who wrote Jaded for Aerosmith, is in Steven Tyler's band right now. Mm-hmm. He wrote tons of other hits. Jim Beavers, who wrote Watching Airplanes, which is one of the coolest country songs.
He's worked with Toby Keith, right?
And he wrote Red Solo Cup for Toby Keith. J.D. McPherson, who hasn't done a whole lot of songwriting, but he says he's game to give it a go for the festival. Mm-hmm. He'll be one of the performers Saturday night.
Oh, wow, yeah, and J.D., that's a really, really exciting talent. I know he's in and around the Nashville area, but got his start in Oklahoma as well. Yeah. So, I mean, when you're trying to convince everybody to come back here and make Oklahoma this little like hot spot, was everybody really receptive to kind of jump in, or what?
The concept is that come to Oklahoma City and we're going to take good care of you and take you out to dinner, and we've got some really cool activities planned for my guys. But it was come here because it's really a great city that's kind of culturally, I think musically booming. Do these performances for me. There's a place called the Bluebird. I'm actually playing the Bluebird tomorrow back in Nashville.
Oh, great.
And so that setting on Saturday night, we'll watch Marcus talk about the song he wrote, tell the story behind it. I'll talk about Temporary Home, and they'll perform their songs. But the cool part to me is during the daytime we're going to do writing sessions, and so we'll do Marcus, Jim, and Okie, Graham Colton.
Yeah.
The really cool part of this is thinking we can maybe write a song that 3 months from now we get cut by some major label artist. So that was it. We create sort of almost an artery from Nashville to Oklahoma City because it seemed like that's a perfect, sort of thing to create some synergy between.
Yeah, and it's just exciting to see a festival kind of branch out from just outside of, the entertaining concerts, which this will have, of course, but try and create something and just spark some energy from, I mean, like you said before, Woody Guthrie, Ryan Tedder. We have all these really interesting songwriters that are from here, and it's cool to be able to show off that side of it.
Yeah, and I want to make sure people in town know that the show Saturday, the show Thursday, but especially the show Saturday with my Nashville guys, it's a one-of-a-kind thing. I mean, I can promise people will leave going, whoa, I saw that dude sing that song that I never knew who wrote it. There's also panels, I should point out, on Saturday morning that are free. Anyone that wants to learn a little bit about songwriting or publishing or just hear from the guys, again, they're not going to perform Saturday morning, but just talk a little bit more about their journey, their story.
Okay, well, great. And again, yeah, that's all going down April 28th through 30th. You mentioned the Blue Door concert already, and that last concert, I understand, is still at the ACM at UCO Performance Lab.
That's right.
Which is a venue that catches a lot of great talent. I just saw Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats go through there, sell it out, and blow it away. And so hopefully it'll be just as exciting that night.
We walked through it earlier today, and I think that it's kind of perfect the way it's sort of laid out. And so yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's fantastic. And I understand, I mean, obviously you got songwriting chops that you might want to show off for us. What did you have prepared for us?
I'm going to, with this guitar that just happens to be sitting behind me.
That old thing, yeah.
And you're going to get your shaker, your percussion. Oh, no.
I'm going to run away and let you do your thing. But tell me a little bit about the song that you're
This is a song that I wrote. I was lucky enough to get in the room with Carrie Underwood from Chakotah, Oklahoma. And we wrote a few songs. This is one of them. Compared to her vocal stylings, don't judge me. I'll do my best.
Of course. Okay, well, again, this is Zac Maloy, and he's going to be playing us a song that he helped write. And thanks again for talking.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
Yeah.
This is Temporary Home. Little boy, 6 years old, a little too used to being alone. Another new mom and dad, another school, another house that'll never be a home. And when people ask him how he likes this place, he looks up and says, with a smile upon his face, this is my temporary home, not where I belong. Windows and rooms I'm passing through. This is just a stop on the way to where I'm going. I'm not afraid because I know this is my temporary home. Young mom on her own, needs a little help, got nowhere to go. Looking for a job, looking for a way out. A halfway house will never be a home. And at night she whispers to her baby girl, someday we'll find our place here in this world. This is our temporary home, not where we belong. Windows and rooms I'm passing through. This is just a stop on the way to where I'm going. I'm not afraid because I know this is my temporary home. Old man, hospital bed, room is filled with people he loves. He whispers, don't cry for me, I'll see you all someday. He looks up and says, I can't see God's face. This is my temporary home, not where I belong. Windows and rooms I'm passing through. This is just a stop on the way to where I'm going. And I'm not afraid because I know this is my temporary home.
Fades to black. That was great. That's beautiful. You feel good about it?
Yeah.